our videos. So if something works, do it again, right? But it's a little bit different this time. My plan, I guess it's not really a plan because I don't actually expect any of this stuff to happen, but my dreams are a little bit different. Mostly the same, but a little bit different. So here is how I envision things going for me. And again, I'm not delusional. I don't actually expect any of this to happen. But this is what I wish would happen. So, here's how it goes. I'm just chilling, doing me, having a good time, maybe not having a good time because I'm in poverty and I'm disabled and I struggle with mental illnesses, and so, I'm doing my best. And then one day, I receive a message on Instagram, not on Twitter/X because I pretty much never go on there, but on Instagram. And this message is from none other than my favorite YouTuber of all time, John Green. John Green sends me this very lovely message saying that he has watched some of my content and that he really likes it and he really likes me and he wants to help boost my career. He wants to help get me out of poverty. And I, of course, am so very happy about this. I am so happy that John has sent me this beautiful message. And so, of course, I message him back. And I spend like an hour thinking about how I'm going to respond because I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to, ruin it by being socially awkward or something. So I make this carefully crafted message responding to him. Basically just saying thank you so much. And I love your work. And I'm a huge fan. And it would mean the world to me if you helped me. And I'm so honored that you even know who I am. Something along those lines. And then he says, get this, I'm gonna fly to Canada to do a video with you on your channel, and then I'll do a video on my channel as well, on the Vlogbrothers channel. And I'm like, oh my goodness, are you serious? And I'm like, certain that I'm being pranked. Like, this can't be real. It's a literal dream come true. But I, of course, say, absolutely. You are super welcome. Please, I would love it if you would come over and make a video with me. So, he and I spend some time, putting some ideas out there as to what our videos are going to be about. And I haven't quite gotten that far in figuring out what we're going to make a video about. Maybe it'll just be essentially the video that he's going to put on his channel. He'll just be essentially interviewing me, just like asking me questions about who I am, what my life is like, why I want to be a YouTuber, and, introducing me to his audience, trying to present me in a favorable light so that his audience will like me and flock to my channel. And then the video that he and I are going to make for my channel, maybe it'll be a tarot reading. I'll do a tarot reading for him, and he'll probably hate it because I don't think he believes in tarot. And so maybe it'll be kind of funny. I don't know. Maybe we won't do that. Maybe we'll do something else. Maybe for the video we do on my channel, I'll be interviewing him. I'll think up some cool, interesting interview questions, and that'll be a lot of pressure because I'm sure he's been interviewed a lot, and I'm sure he's answered every question known to man. And I don't want to be boring. I don't want to just ask him all the same questions he's been asked before. So I'll try to really have to work on it, and I'll come up with a list of questions to ask. And then he'll fly out to Canada to come see me, spending a ton of money because I'm worth it. Because he saw something in me. He believed in me. He saw my videos and said, there's something here. This poor guy is living in poverty because he's disabled, and he's worked so hard YouTuber, and I feel like, John's gonna see something in me. He's gonna recognize something in me that reminds him of himself. And so he's gonna fly all the way out here, and maybe he'll bring Hank. I mean, he and Hank live in different places, so, Hank would have to travel out here separately, which I don't know if that's, I'm manifesting. Why not? Alright, Hank shows up too. So the video we make together, it's both him and Hank, and we do the videos. I'm interviewing them, they're interviewing me. I make a bonus video where I do a dumb tarot reading for both of them, and I think it might be funny to do a tarot reading for Hank because, he absolutely does not believe in tarot. He is super, a science guy. He does not believe in tarot. And so I think it would be kind of funny to give him a tarot reading and he'd just be rolling his eyes the entire time. Maybe it wouldn't be funny, but in theory, in my head, I feel like it would be fun. And then we post the videos. They encourage me to actually edit the video that I'm making, or multiple videos, depending on if we do the tarot video. But they encourage me to actually edit because, as you know, I do not like editing. But for John and Hank Green, I will edit. And then I post the video and they post their video. And overnight, my channel gains hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I know that sounds like a lot because I don't know. I don't know how realistic any of this is. If the Vlog Brothers were to promote someone, I don't actually know how many subscribers they would gain. Maybe they would only gain a few thousand, maybe only a few hundred. I don't know, because the Vlog Brothers are really famous. But I don't actually know how many people would want to follow me just based on the fact that they are endorsing me. I have no idea how realistic it is, but this is my dream. It doesn't have to be realistic. So I gain hundreds of thousands of subscribers overnight, and I get ads put on my videos, most of my videos. Some of my videos are not super ad friendly, and I understand that, but most of my videos will have AdSense, and so I'll suddenly be making money from YouTube. And then I will put out merch. I wanted to sell soap, like Tyler Durden from Fight Club. I've never made soap before, but I've always wanted to try it. Not always. I got really into soap making, in part because of Fight Club, and in part because of Sophia Nygaard. And so I've subscribed to a lot of soap making YouTube channels, so I feel like I know how to do it. But it also seems difficult, so I don't know if I'd really know how to do it. And I want to try it, but I've never done it before, so I might try it and end up hating it. But in theory, once I start getting money coming in from YouTube, I will invest in a bunch of soap making materials, and I'll start making my own soap. And then I will sell that soap as merch, and I'll sell it for $20 a bar. Because you're not just buying soap, you're buying hours of my time. You know what I mean? I know I could probably charge less, but what can I say? I'm greedy. And if people are willing to pay $20 for a bar of soap, then I'm a Slytherin. What can I say? I like money, so yeah. I'll probably also sell normal merch, maybe sell some shirts or hats. I'm a hat guy. I wear baseball hats a lot, so I'll probably sell some baseball hats with my little 452 logo on it, and shirts with my logo on it. So then suddenly money is just rolling in, and then I'll get a Patreon. I don't know if I've heard of something called a Fourth Wall, which is a website that apparently is very similar to Patreon, but apparently it's better than Patreon, so I don't know. I'll look into what platform is the best. but I'll start something similar to a Patreon and start making money that way. Next thing you know, I'm rolling in the dough. I'm making money left, right, and center. I'm making money all over the place. I'm rolling in money. My channel is gonna take off because John and Hank Green promoted me, but I'm actually gonna just keep getting more and more popular once the algorithm starts suggesting me to more and more people, and I start getting more and more followers. It's just gonna keep like snowballing, where I'll just keep getting more and more and more subscribers. Next thing you know, I've got millions of subscribers. Maybe I even have more subscribers than John and Hank Green, you know? And so, like, I don't know how much YouTubers actually make, but again, these are my dreams. I'm manifesting. It doesn't have to be realistic. So I have millions of subscribers, and I am a millionaire. Like, I actually have more than $1 million. Like, I am filthy rich. So flippin' rich. And so I give a ton of money to my mom and say thank you for everything you've done for me. Thank you for always supporting me. Thank you for loving me, even when I was very hard to love. Thank you for never giving up on me. And you know, I feel like my dad and my sister and my stepmom would be really mad if I didn't give them money too. In fact, I don't just have $1 million. I have many millions of dollars. Like, I'm just filthy rich, and I won't tell anyone how rich I am. Not even my mom, because I don't want them to be jealous of me. I'll just say, like, oh, you know, I'm a YouTuber. I don't really make that much money. But of course, I will secretly be super, super rich. Again, I won't tell anyone. And then I'm going to move out of this apartment building. As much as I love this apartment, it really means a lot to me because, you know, I've lived here for so long and I've experienced so much in this place. This apartment means a lot to me, but it's also in a very sketchy building, and you know, I could definitely do better. So I'm going to move to a condo. I've never wanted to live in a house. I've always wanted to live in a condo. And there's a building in this city, London, Ontario, where I've looked at that building and I've always thought, I want to live there. I want to live in that building. And I have no idea how much it would cost to live there. But I'll be able to afford it. So I'll move into this beautiful condo, and I'm gonna stay in London, Ontario, because as much as I love cities, and I would love to live in Toronto, I've grown attached to London, Ontario, and it can be a nice place. It could be better, and like, I do love Toronto a lot, but I was kidnapped in 2013 in Toronto, so because of my PTSD, I don't know if I could live in Toronto. If I did live in Toronto, I'd be scared that the man who kidnapped me would find me, so I'm gonna stay here, I think, and I'm gonna live in this nice condo. I'm not gonna buy a car. I don't want a car. I don't like driving. I don't feel like I'm a very good driver. I'm very scared that I'd crash or like hit someone or something. Like, I don't want to drive. So I feel like my mom might be upset about that because she would have to come to visit me because I wouldn't have a car, so I wouldn't be able to go visit her. And she lives pretty far away. So, I mean, close enough that she'd be able to visit me. And that's part of the reason why I don't want to live in Toronto, because I want to live close enough to my mom where she can still come and visit me. And so, if I live here in London, she can still come and visit, and I'll pay her for gas. And, you know, maybe she'll buy herself a new car with the money that I give her. But, I don't want to have a car. And, I'm planning, this is all stuff that I said in my previous video, so if you watch that video, I'm sorry. But, I'm manifesting. I'm just putting it out there, putting what I want out into the universe. So, I'll make friends with somebody who does have a car, and I'll pay them to drive me to see my mom sometimes. And of course, they'll have to come with me to see my mom, but hopefully they won't mind because they'll be my friend and they'll love my mom because my mom is awesome. So I'll still get to see my mom, and she won't always have to be the one who comes to see me. I'm gonna buy a lot of clothes because I love clothes, and I'll do a lot of haul videos where I show off the clothes that I buy, and I'm gonna buy the clothes secondhand because I believe in sustainable fashion, and I believe in buying things secondhand. And even though I'll be ridiculously rich, I'll also be ridiculously cheap because I would want to stay rich, you know? Like, you don't stay rich if you just spend a ton of money all the time. So I'll buy a lot of clothes, but I'll buy it all really cheap, probably from the Goodwill, and I'll donate a lot of money to the Goodwill to thank them for the fact that I'm buying clothes from them. And I'll do these clothing hauls, and then I'll have one of those websites, what is it, Depop I think is what it's called, where you can sell your old clothes. So every time I buy new clothes, I'll then sell some of my old clothes, because I don't want to have just like a massive collection of clothes. I want to have a reasonable amount of clothes, but I want to buy a lot of clothes. So every time I buy clothes, I'll donate some old clothes, or I won't donate it, I'll sell it. And because I'm Sylvester Alexander and I'm famous, people are going to be willing to pay a lot of money for my old clothes, so that's another source of income. And again, maybe that's morally questionable for me to sell clothes at a higher price than what I bought it for, you know, to get it secondhand at the Goodwill and then sell it for twice as much as I bought it for. But I can get away with it because I'm Sylvester Alexander, and people will be willing to buy it just knowing that I wore it, you know. Again, I'm a Slytherin and I like money, and I'm sorry, I'm a little bit morally bankrupt, just a little bit. But I will donate to charities. Like I said, I'll give money to Goodwill. Well, maybe I won't give money to Goodwill. I haven't looked into it. Is Goodwill a good company? Are they ethical? Because I don't want to support a company that, I would never give money to Salvation Army because they, you know, don't support the LGBTQ plus community and whatnot. So I'll look into it, but I'll donate money to various charities that I like. You know, there's this cat sanctuary in New Jersey called Tabby's Place that I've been in love with since I was a teenager. I'll make a video where I go visit to Tabby's Place, and I'll film the cat. If they allow me to, I'll make a video where I film the cats and I promote them, and then I'll donate a bunch of money to them. I'll give money to some of the local churches that have fed me because I'm in poverty, and so I've eaten a lot at community meals, which are put on by churches. And so even though I don't love Christianity, I don't love organized religion, I will donate to some of the churches where I ate community meals because I want to thank them for feeding me when I was desperate and poor. I'll travel. I've always wanted to go to Tokyo. I've always wanted to go back to New York, although maybe I won't go to America because America is really fucked up right now, so I might not go to America, but I'll go to Tokyo, I'll go to Paris, and I think that's pretty much it. I don't actually want to travel that much. There's just a couple places I want to go, which is Tokyo, Paris, and, you know, Manhattan if it weren't in America. But if America becomes chill again at some point, I'll go back to Manhattan because I love it there. I love the big city. Big cities are beautiful. And I'll go to VidCon. Of course, I'll be a featured creator, so people will line up to see me, and it'll be so exhausting because honestly, I'm not good with people, and so I feel like it would be so overwhelming and so overstimulating and so exhausting to just meet fan after fan after fan after fan. And again, I mentioned this in my previous manifesting video, but I'm gonna have a rule where you're not allowed to give me gifts, because I know at VidCon a lot of people will make things or buy things to give to their favorite YouTubers, and yeah, my rule is that you're not allowed to give me gifts because I don't like clutter. I don't like having stuff a lot. I don't like having a lot of stuff. I'm a bit of a minimalist, and so it stresses me out to think about having just a ton of gifts. Then I can't throw them away. That'd be mean. I can't get rid of them. So I'm just stuck with them. So I'll have a rule where you're just not allowed to give me stuff, which I know kind of would make me seem a bit like an asshole, but that's kind of part of my brand, is that I'm a little bit of an asshole, you know? I'm a Scorpio, I'm a Slytherin, but I'm a lovable asshole, you know? Eventually is so interesting that I am deserving of a reality TV show. I might get my hairline fixed. I might, get a hair transplant or whatever because I'm self-conscious about the fact that I'm going bald. I might try to get abs because, these are I'm manifesting. Why not? And as much as I am for body positivity, I might as well just become super buff because who doesn't want to be super buff? You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna get like super buff, and like in every video I'm gonna take my shirt off at some point because what's the point of being super buff if you don't show it off? And people will stop me in the street for autographs and for pictures, and people will take pictures of me when I'm just out and about doing my normal groceries or whatever. And should probably mention that I'll get a nicer camera setup. Like I'll actually get like a professional filming setup, and I might even hire somebody to edit my videos for me because, why not? I hate editing, and my videos would just be better if somebody edited them. So I might hire my sister to do that because my sister went to school for editing. She wanted to be a professional editor when she was younger, and so if she's down for it, I'll hire her to edit all my videos for me. So that'd be pretty cool. I'd be giving my sister work, which is great, and that might make us closer, bring us closer together. She might resent the fact that she works for me, but working with your siblings, there's always going to be like a little bit of drama. That's just kind of inevitable. So yeah, again, I'll have like a professional filming setup, and I'll do live streams all the time, and like tons of people will watch, and it'll make me feel really popular and cool. And I'll also have a lot of haters, but like I'll be able to deal with them because it's fine. I have a lot of fans. I have more fans than haters, so it's fine. And I'll hire somebody to do my taxes for me because I get stressed out thinking about accidentally doing a tax fraud, like filing my taxes wrong and then getting arrested for it. So I'll hire somebody to do my taxes because it'll probably be too complicated for me having multiple sources of income. And yeah, I think that and I'll hire a therapist, like a really, really good therapist. And gosh, there's so much that I plan to do once I become super rich and famous, but I think I'm gonna end the video here. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Stay frosty. Bye.